What's up everybody? Just left the gym. Had 4 sets of 4 on the pause deadlifts tonight at 60%, so one extra working rep than last week at the same weight. My deadlift just keeps getting better, to be honest, with my technique especially, so I think the pause deadlifts have been huge with that, and tonight was no different. Everything felt really good, so you'll be seeing all the sets of those right now. Yeah, felt awesome. Had the gym all to myself since it's a Saturday night. Gym's not usually open, but I got a key to the front door, so it's 24/7 for me, which is awesome. Yeah, so had the gym all to myself, was having a bit of a jam, had the music blasting. Deadlifts went awesome. I could say awesome a lot, I know, but they did go really well. After that I had front squats. So with the front squat today, you might notice in the first the video of the first set, I sort of, if you look really closely, I'm messing around with what I'm doing with my thumb on my left hand, and that's because I was actually having a little bit of wrist pain today, which flares up occasionally, and it's not a mobility or well, I guess it's kind of a mobility thing, but I broke my left arm quite close to my wrist last year, trying to be the man on my motorbike, and fell off and broke my arm, which obviously is no good. But when I was sort of 4 weeks after getting the cast on, after I first broke it, I went back for my checkup at the doctor, got it re-x-rayed, and the fracture had slipped, so it was actually quite well aligned when I first broke it, nothing had moved around too badly, and then when I went back, somehow I'd re-broken it in the cast and it slipped, and it's kind of healed out of place, all wonky. I don't know if you can see in the camera here, but I've got kind of a bow in my arm like this, where the bones sort of healed inwards, and that occasionally caused me a bit of wrist pain. I don't really feel it in the bench at all, like when my wrist is perfectly straight or I've got a wrist wrap on reasonably tight, I don't feel it at all. So I really don't feel it pressing. I occasionally feel it low bar squatting, especially because my grip's so narrow on the squat, and I felt it today with my wrist being tweaked back on the front squat, so that wasn't very comfortable. So yeah, for the second set I threw on some really light wrist wraps, and it's crazy how much of a difference that made. I was literally in zero pain during the second and third set when I used those, but I think I only filmed the first 2 sets, so you guys will see that. And yeah, I've brought my grip out 2 fingers on each side like Mark told me to. I don't know if it necessarily felt better, but it definitely didn't feel worse, so that's a good sign, especially when you're changing something that you've sort of been doing for quite a long time. So that was good. After that, went on to the pull-ups superset with dips, and you guys will see the first 2 sets of that. Had 4 sets of 10 pull-ups supersetted with 10 dips, and again just trying to progressively overload with that. So I chucked on the 10 kilo chain around my neck for the pull-ups for the first set, and then did bodyweight dips, and the second set I did bodyweight pull-ups and then weighted dips, because at this stage I know I probably can't do a superset with both those exercises being weighted. Yeah, so I was sort of alternating for the first 2 sets, and then for the last 2 sets I just did bodyweight on everything. And so that's just another thing that I'm going to try keep overloading, keep improving every week. So next week I'll try and sort of alternate for the whole 4 sets, and maybe a week or 2 after that I'll try just do weighted everything. and after that, I don't know what I'll do. I have to find another 10 kilo chain. But yeah, so that went really well. Then I had, what did I have after that? I had 3 sets of 10 on the bent over rows, so again, linearly improving with that. So chucked on an extra 2.5 kilos, so it was 92.5 for 3 sets of 10, which all went well. After that, what the hell did I do after that? I'm so forgetful. After that, you guys have probably already seen it in the video, so let me see if I can guess what I actually did after that. Jeez, I think that was everything that was prescribed. The last thing was the rows, so I must have gone on to bicep curls. Yeah, I think I did. So I did 2 sets of curls, 2 sets of tricep push downs, used the straight bar for that today. Yep, did a couple extra reps than I did last time on both those exercises, and they all felt pretty easy, really. The pretty easy PRs at the moment on the arm stuff, which is great. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see, with this big emphasis I'm putting on my arm training, it's going to be interesting to see how much size I can actually add to my arms over these 12 weeks. Not that I'm doing this for any sort of physique orientated goal. It's purely just to help my bench press. That's the honest to God truth. Not that I'm religious or anything. Isn't that what you're never supposed to talk about when you're putting videos online, is religion? People get all butthurt. Yeah, so I did actually measure my arms at this before week 1 of this training cycle, which I've never done before, and I was a pitiful 15.5 inches. So yeah, nothing impressive at all, but I honestly don't think that's too bad for never really having arm training be much of a staple, I guess you'd say, in my training. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see where that goes. After that, I moved on to planks. I did 2 sets of planks, doing abs. As I said in a previous video, I've done abs twice a week, and at the moment they're on my deadlift days. I'm doing my 2 sets of abs or 3 sets of abs or whatever I sort of feel like doing that day. Yeah, so I did weighted planks for the first time ever. First set, I just used a 10 kilo plate just to see how much weight I needed, really. So yeah, did the 10 kilo plate for 60 seconds, and then chucked on the 20 kilo plate. And I'm not going to say that set was easy, but the hardest part was trying to figure out how to get the weight on my back. But I think I worked that out in the end, and once I got that done, yeah, I was sort of like, I can probably do about 30 seconds of this, you know, leave a little bit on the tank for next week, just leave room to progress. And then I started thinking to myself, once the 30-second mark hit, you know, Thomas, you've never really trained abs very hard in your life at all, so you can probably progress quite fast on this, so stop being a pussy and just go for a minute. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but I was pushing really hard to try and get to that 60 seconds, and I managed to. So next time I'll probably do that for 2 sets, and then who knows what I'll do after that. I'm gonna probably have to use one of the 25 kilo plates we've got at Kiwi Strength. But yeah, so good session. Week 4's all done, so hopefully Mark's going to throw more volume at me next week, and we can keep smashing it. Honestly, everything's feeling amazing right now. Technique on squat, bench and deadlift, probably the best it's ever felt on all 3 of those lifts, especially the deadlift. I can't emphasize enough how good my deadlift technique is feeling right now. Yeah, so onwards and upwards from here. Keep smashing out some volume before we move into the intensity block. So yeah, I'm not just doing this for the camera, it was another really good session. So catch you guys later. Oh yeah.